Spatulin's down to low HP as well. They're all getting peppered by 17 as they got here. Lou really is the only one with health to work, but this is going to spot Zenith as well. Should be an easy takedown upon his part. Swings around,
nicely done.
Finds Rainin as well. And that's a lot of space now made for Twisted to try and push further forward.
And that's a good turnaround for them, because if we're going to be hard on the Sonics for having a rough day, got to be hard on Twisted Minds as well.
Sure.
They've been right around the same spot. Na'Vi as well, Virtus Pro as well, and at least some Twisted Minds there trying to show a little bit of gumption here in the final game of the day. 4 kills so far, but they're in a rough spot, pinned up against the blue on that north side. Where's the circle going to take us? Well, of course, it's going to go to 4 a.m. and you see all the arrows happening on the north and on the west. All of that is going to have to come to a head.
Now, 4am is going to get the circle, but that compound does not always come with a whole lot of kill points with it.
No, it does not.
So if the circle swings out of there at some point soon, with them only having 2 kills thus far, 4am sat in 16th place currently, could finish below 5 points total. Let's see now, Bob Host, but Spatulin's great forward spray over the top there as he'll reload. Most likely peek again immediately after.
Gen G definitely finding their footing here in the late day as they are turning it on after that victory. They have managed to secure even more points for themselves here. There's Rex 3 already. And oh no,
Double.
Eternal Fire getting mortared by Flash. Day Trade getting at least the knocks. We'll see if they get the flushes as well, as the Mad is just dancing around trying to play medic here.
That's the across the map as well, or what remains of it.
Oh!
But on the other side, and he gets it! Flash lop one over to try and secure it, and you can see Mad, he's like, oh, I thought you called safe rest on that one. Damn, guys, come on, we had this.
No such thing as a safe res as long as mortars are in play, as they were out in the wide open. And you got a couple of teams that are just making bold sends to somewhere inside the zone. Weibo and TSM both on the move and both being shot at by just about everyone here. As we see Gen G still trying to finish off what's left of Twisted Minds, but that's actually going to be Weibo that gets a knock on a Spatulins.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say he got back on his feet, but just to be found immediately after. Lou now over the top, where opponents fell just before, with plenty of crates to loot should he want to, as they find themselves as a duo left alive. Shen in the meantime trying to continue, trying to find some more damage. Over the hillside, he's gonna try and make use of this hilltop on the southeast edge of Juma for as long as he has it available.
This is the other fight that was about to pop off on the eastern edge. Kwangdong Freak trying to push in, but Na'Vi holding strong as being the last one alive. He's hiding behind the vehicle, but he's in the Molotov from Diffix, and that's going to be it for KDF. A good day for them today, though.
Oh, yeah. Definitely can be satisfied with that phenomenal performance by that Rondo game earlier. And here we see the initial knock, vehicle explosion there to help as well. Frustrating, and then Matt thought he had the timing right. It had been a second since the last mortar had come in, but didn't look to the sky. See it when it then came through and took him down.
Don't get much prettier than that. And there you go, Lou will get taken down as well by Lil Ghost, so that'll do it for Twisted Minds as they crawl up to at least 30 points on the day, so not too shabby considering their performance from day number 1. They can add those points together, and Day Trade starting to creep around on the south side, pushing into VP.
Now, Ty sitting down the leaderboard on 8th place with 29 points. They would need 15 points from here to get into the top 4, but it's pretty important to mention that it's only Falcons within the top 4 that is still in this game. So maybe you can sit out another day if you're able to get something going here in the final couple of circles of this day.
Yeah, and if you can't get into the top 4, maybe you at least get into the top 8, and you can get an extra day off on not have to play on day 1 of Circuit 3. We'll keep an eye on that 8th place cut line as well. Currently TSM holding on, but like you said, tied with Na'Vi. So there's a couple of teams that still have a shot at it, as Falcons just try to survive the blue zone grenade onslaught from TSM. I imagine there's going to be a few more real grenades coming shortly, and that one's going to put right in Flood's pocket, and that'll do it for Falcons.
I guess we can briefly say that as well. The top 4 is guaranteed for Circuit 3 finals, meaning with how they're playing today, they're practically guaranteed for the grand finals too. And then 5th through 8th, they're going to be guaranteed for day 2 of the circuit. And the bottom 8, of course, are going to play from the start as Norrens finds Mamo. Godby finds Shen. That's them out. Bobo now in the meantime, as 17 approaches them. It's going to slaughter both. take them down on approach. That's more points garnered for 4M, who crawls out of that 16th place spot, surpassing EF.
Yeah, getting everything they can here at the end. As Suju is going to go out into the blue, it looks like, although I think he's got the jammer bag on. So
might as well.
Yeah, 3 guns from 4AM pointing in this direction. Those points were not going to go away. As Suju.
Oh, shots hidden.
I don't know which shot hit him.
I think it's VP on the hillside.
It might have been,
The thing is, they're really busy looking at him, but you got Daytrade, who's been creeping on over this ridgeline for a while now, and now they find them. Good thing is, Nixie gets a few, hit a few shots towards him and then leave. So they're going to give the high ground proper to Daytrade, should they want to try and contest for it.
A number of teams still in. Oh, Hackatory going to go down to Godby there, and he's kind of in a bad spot. We'll see if Diffix or Sosa can get to the res here. Yep, okay, they should be able to. Is VP still just keeping eyes south. Beamy going to turn his eyes to the north to make sure that nobody's coming down to wrap on them. And once he finds out that nobody is, okay, let's turn all guns towards Daytrade.
Well, Beamy is going to run on up. Try and see if he can get up here. Lucarux already is here with Thanadol down already. This should be a push possible. Issue is, can't fight too far on the northern side or you leave yourself exposed to all the teams sat down below.
All right, well, Navi, by virtue of surviving, has passed VP in 17. You can see the...
Another death clap from Xiaowu. They're not satisfied with this. Understandably so.
They have very high expectations placed upon them and that they put upon themselves.
Yep.
And I don't think 13th place with 22 points was what they were expecting out of today, but them's the breaks.
Yep.
So we will see them on day 1 of Circuit 3 as the circle pops off to the north, giving 4AM a little bit more time to hang out in that compound.
Now what do you do if you're VP? They threw smokes to even kind of give Daytrade 2 options. Either you push through the smokes and take the fight to us, or you leave. But now with this circle going away, knowing that Navi can't make a play on their hillside, they have to try and see if they can take the fight towards Daytrade. Navi running uphill, never gonna happen, not in a million years.
And Daytrade in the same boat. As soon as they try to go downhill, they got shot at by TSM at 4AM. So now they've got to make the push in. As you see, Bobo's gonna get the knock on a flash. So now Nixie trying to come across the top. We'll see one. Beamy will get another one, but VP down to just Lucarux, and that is gonna be enough, as they will take the win over the Daytrade boys.
Yeah, but they will take a lot of casualties in doing so. Only player that will survive this is going to be Lucarux. He's still up, but he's outside the circle. Navi has managed to creep in. TSM is sat here ready and waiting, and 4AM still with the compound to play. Chilling.
Well, there was not a team in this lobby that needed a big game in the final game of the day more than 4AM. They had really produced nothing so far through 5, and they have already climbed out of last place in 13th place and in position to get some more off of this if they can just find the angles, if they can just find the shots. Lucarux just gonna succumb to blue. It looks like he's gonna heal as long as he can, but I don't think he will survive much longer.
As Beamy taught him well. How many first hits did he get? 10. It's enough for a bit of fun. Medkits won't be viable, but maybe you can slowly trying to make his way over towards the corpses of the other Daytrade players. The issue is that they'd all been tacked up so hard by the time they actually got to that fight, so I don't think there was more than those 10 to be found among all the corpses of the players up on the hill.
Yeah, it was always going to be tough there. Well, everybody else just kind of slowing things down for the time being. Hackatory has managed to make his way down the hill, get a little bit closer to TSM, but no line of sight to be found just yet. Purdy Cardi just keeping eyes on the uphill boys, but it looks like Sosa and Diffix are going to hop in vehicles, head on down. As no, Diffix times it incorrectly, or maybe he got shot. I'm not sure what happened there, but Purdy Curdy going to steal that one away.
You'd have to imagine there has to be attack involved. If not, that's a big,
big
mistake.
Somebody must have had an angle on him and just hit him with a shot, and then it was just too much damage.
Everyone's waiting for the final circle. Let's see who gets the benefit of it. It's going to just exactly include not the compound itself or the building itself, but the wall for 4AM. The issue is if 4AM opts to stay inside this compound until it's on the wall, you can be damn sure both TSM and Navi are going to say, let's not look at each other right now. Let's just
100%.
look at 4AM. I like the idea of sending one up on the roof, try to get a little bit of an off angle, maybe a high ground position to spot Purdy down behind or on the side of that shack down below.
All eyes on 4AM right now, as HSM will try to protect his teammates. unfortunately, he just does not have an angle
Have to get one
on the
out.
Kurt, but Hackatory does. Good shot from him will get him down to about half HP.
4AM has to get
big
a
knock.
guy out, and this knock should be the opening for them. They have cars in the compound too. They should be able to try and see if they can get someone out. Throw a smoke at a position down in front of you and get out of the compound
There you
itself.
go.
One more found. Great job by HS.
HS, God's work right now, but Hackatory
That's the
doing
issue.
even more as Navi has found the angles. They find the knocks. Shalpion and Godvi both down. Bobo going to try to go for the reses while HSM is trying to clean up what's left of TSM.
I mean, right now they're all just suppressing one another because they keep knocking one another. HS tries to get more, but TSM is up to all four on their feet once more. I say that and I maybe speak too soon. Nope, not able to get the knock. But the rest does come through on the side of Na'Vi too, so it was knocks on all sides, but everyone able to reset.
HSM just a villain right now. He is controlling everything, sparking a few shots set in return, but nothing finding the mark. As HSM will try to gump out. Hackatory will get that knock, but that I don't know. I don't think that's going to be resable. I don't know.
It should be behind the wall.
Okay, yeah.
Should
He's
be all
in,
right,
he's
at
in.
least
They've
for
got
a
the wall.
second. But most importantly, I think in this case is that they get two players out of the building. You see Godfrey and Bobo both down on the rock down below now. That gives them a better angle to play from. Now, it's still not going to be easy for HS to get out of that position alongside Xiaopian, but they're trying to use some smokes. Smokes they would have loved to be able to throw the other direction later. Try and get their two teammates to safety.
Well, right now, 4AM's got the dot, and
Yep.
they've got TSM and Navi taking shots at each other. That's about best case scenario for 4AM.
Definitely.
If they can get Shalpion and HSM down to rejoin the rest of the team with that smoke wall, that'll be huge. And
Wrapping right
TSM,
side.
they're just going to take the push right onto Navi. That deployable shield. That's a lot of
Grenades.
grenades coming in, and that is going to do it for Navi. Well done by TSM, but do they have time to reset here and put the four? Oh no, Bobo, beautiful grenade. Godby with the spray on the sparking. It's just two left alive as they try to survive the reign of terror from 4AM. They get a huge victory in the final game of today.
It took until game 6 to get the 4 angry men proper angry, but here they come menacing all the way through to the finish. Great performance here to round off the circuit finals. And again, for a team that got 0 in the first circuit, amazing that they're able to round up so many points here.
Absolutely amazing, especially it took all the way to the last game to do it, but you know what? It gets done. That's all that matters. And 4AM now find themselves in a little bit better position than they were yesterday.
And they were hunted too. Keep in mind, they only went to Chuma because T1 opted to try and take them out in Hacienda. So smart read initially, smart play out here in the finish of the game to bring it home.
And in the end, they had all the utility they needed at to finish off that game because nobody ever got close to them.
Yeah.
Very well done by 4AM to finish off the day. Well, it has been a wild and wacky grand final for Circuit 2. I cannot wait to see what Circuit 3 has in store, Toby.
Nah, it's gonna be something. I feel like we're only adding to the chaos and then we're popping it all off once we get to the grand finals.
Well, I mean, there's already been enough chaos for the day, and we've got a lot of chaos set up for the next circuit. We do have a day off tomorrow, but before we get to that, we get to have our analyst desk break down everything that we saw today. We get to hear a couple of interviews, take a look at these boys after a long day of play. And finally, some of these teams are going to get a break, but we are going to be done for the day. Let's throw it over to the analyst desk to break down circuit number 2.
Well, the hunted becomes the hunters for this one, and very much needed indeed. It's been a rough road for 4AM, but this is an extreme boatload of points that they needed to try and solidify themselves going into the potential PGC Grand Final here, Toffees.
Yeah, they actually walk away with the win after 6 games that were incredibly difficult for them, and they do it off of a big brain play. They knew T1 was hunting them. They take T1's drop spot at Chuma, knowing that it would be empty, and then the circle ends up being just down the street from them. So all of the scenario lined up just right for them to go ahead and find these points, and they played out that end game very, very well. It wasn't easy. Na'Vi and TSM locked off on those sides, and that red zone they created to eliminate TSM was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, considering where TSM was, I mean, they didn't have many options, right? Like I was saying, if only one person had like a mortar or something, but it didn't really matter. They were able to use other explosives to be able to dislodge them.
Ordnance. Ordnance was the name of that end game, because we saw TSM, not surprisingly being TSM, knocks out Na'Vi through just pure ordnance usage, and then it gets turned back around them in a stroke of irony as they end up going out here. Now, we did see a little bit of mortar plays. Daydre goes ahead and gets a nice shot in there. You can see Eternal Fire not, I think, very happy with how today has gone.
No, I would agree with that here, but it's weird, right, for them, because obviously they had such a smash hit when it came to the Circuit 1 finals. So overall, they're probably still going to be okay, but it's just they should be able to get more reps out of a game and a day like this.
Absolutely. It does feel like, I think, if of all the teams that came in today, they were probably the ones that I think felt the coldest. Like they maybe could have benefited from those extra days of play. And the good news for them, I guess, is they'll have those in Circuit 3. They'll have a few extra days to sort of get their feet under them as they head into the final. Because, you know, as far as the Circuit days go, at the end of the day, I don't think you should be that stressed about being in a day 1 or a day 2. Because if you're a good enough team, you shouldn't be in the bottom 4.
Agreed. I am of the opinion now, though, as we kind of watched the end of that match as well, that having a day or 2 before going into that circuit final is only a boon.
I think so.
At this point, watching how these teams are playing, of course, we've had some of those teams that were top 4 from the previous one come in today and still look good. Right, that's not exactly part of the course for all of them, but having a little bit of a warm-up before rolling into this on the stage, again, in what you would consider hyper-competitive matches overall here for the World Championship, it's important.
It is important, and we can see that from those teams like the Expendables, who've played every game so far, who came out. This last game, anomaly with this early, really hot drop that they did, but every other game that they played, they were in it, they were getting points.
They were number 1.
Absolutely. Now, number 1 until that, whatever that was against Petrichor, I don't know if they had what was going on, but it was interesting.
All right, well, let's head over to the stage with Bellas. We have interviews ready to go.
Hi guys, it's Bella on the stage for the post-match interviews. I am joined by Falcons Rod. GG Rod, that was amazing for you. You seized that Aaron Gill with 13 kills, and you guys throughout the day almost made top 4 each time. So how does it feel to close out Circuit 2 on such a satisfactory note?
It feels amazing. I mean, Rello is calling the tournament of his life. I can't say enough about how proud I am of him and what he's overcome in his life to be here and to be able to play at the level he is. I'm grateful to be his teammate, and I'm excited to see him host the trophy or hoist the trophy at the end of the event.
Right, and you know, you guys are one of the 2 teams that have played 6 consecutive days here at PGC 2024. Do you think playing every day has helped you?
I think for us specifically, it's been a huge advantage. We have a lot to learn. I'm newer to the roster. Coming into this event, we haven't had as much international experience as some of the other teams that have played all year. We wanted to start being more aggressive, and we've had a lot of hard talks so far, but we're starting to come together as a team, and that's really showing. We threw a couple games today because we weren't used to getting fed. The circle likes to shift off of us a lot, but we finally got some feeders that we wish we had back, but I'd rather learn today. It kind of seems like we're qualified for the grand final. So I'd rather throw them today than then.
And you mentioned that you joined the team, and I wanted to ask you, you came on to this established roster. So I want to talk to you. How did you manage to navigate through the pressure that you faced as the new guy on the team?
It was a new experience for me. I've built every roster pretty much that I was ever a part of. So being the IGL of those teams, being the leader, it's kind of my comfort zone. So coming into this and trying to learn how to be me in something that I was never comfortable being in the first place, it haven't really felt like it's jailed till now. I know what they need, I know what I need, I know how to give them what they need on every day, and I think they are learning how to give me what I need. And that's really important to me. It's been really cool to see.
And I feel like the team chemistry that you're talking about has really shown off with Miramar Circle on the island. That was like a very unexpected challenge that you faced. So as a team, how do you tackle those very rough and harsh shifts?
At this point, when we don't get the shift, you know, we kind of just say F it and we just run it at the first team we see. We're gonna fight. I told the guys the other day that, you know, we started out and I don't think teams are really scared to fight us. And I told them, let's start making them scared to fight us. And I think we're doing that. I think we're showing that when we don't get the circle and when we can't have anything, we're gonna kick some ass.
We're gonna take it from you, right? I love that energy, and that has really shown through the games that you played. Best of luck to you. You have 3 days off now, so we'll meet you on the last day of Circuit 3. That was amazing. Thank you, Roth, for that amazing interview. And all right, you can go and reunite with the Falcon boys. All right, next interview, our last interview of the day is going to be the Expendables Duck Juice, who will be joining me on stage. Come on up. I will be joined by our translator, Jenna, as well. So right up here. Hello, Duck Juice. Hello, hello, Gigi. Hi, Jenna. All right, Circuit 2, if I may say, was full of TE action. So I want to ask you, how sweet was today for you?
Thì cái Circuit 2 đã chứng kiến rất là nhiều màn thể hiện của The Expendables rồi, thì không biết là hiện tại cảm giác của em như thế nào?
Thì cảm giác hiện tại của em rất là vui vì em đã chạm được một tay vào đến chung kết tổng, và em mong rằng mọi người sẽ thi đấu tốt trong chung kết tổng và cái vòng thứ 3 và vòng thứ 3.
Okay, so I'm very happy actually because we finally win a ticket to the grand final, and I hope my team will do their best at the third game.
And I mentioned in the interview with Falcons Roth that TE and Falcons are the two teams that have played throughout the 6 days of PGC 2024. Do you think helping 6 consecutive days has helped you? Do you think resting for 3 days for the next 3 days is going to, throw you off the momentum?
Thì team mình và team Falcon là một trong số ít những team mà chơi liên tục nhiều ngày, thì em có nghĩ là cái việc mà mình thi đấu nhiều ngày liên tiếp như vậy thì nó sẽ giúp cho cái phong độ của team mình đi lên hay không. Và 3 ngày sau 3 ngày nghỉ ngơi thì không biết là nó có ảnh hưởng gì đến phong độ thi đấu của đội mình không?
Thì em nghĩ rằng được nghỉ thì nó không có ảnh hưởng gì đến phong độ thi đấu đâu, tại vì thi đấu nhiều ngày nó cũng sẽ làm mình rất là mệt mỏi, nên là được nghỉ 3 ngày này thì bọn em sẽ cố gắng hồi phục lại, và tinh thần này thì vẫn như thế, vẫn chiến đấu rất là tốt.
Okay, so I think having 3 days off will not affect our performance much because fighting so many days continuously is very tiring. So I think after the 3 day off, our team spirit will still be up and we will try to do our best.
Yeah, recharging is also very important. And now I feel like you owe a message to the fans that are watching from home.
Em có muốn nhắn gửi gì đến những người hâm mộ của mình đang xem ở nhà không?
Thì mong là mọi người xem cảm thấy giải trí vui vẻ và ủng hộ TE hết sức có thể để TE có thể đạt được vị trí cao nhất.
So I hope you guys have fun watching at home and please keep rooting for the Expendables so we can do our best.
All right, we'd love to see a little duck juice dance. Thank you for that. Congratulations. I'll see you on the last day of Circuit 3. All right, that is all from us on the stage here. And James and Toppies, take it away.
Thank you very much. Yes, great to hear from Roth as well as Duck Juice there. And also, I like the spooky jellyfish cosplay coming out from Bella as well. It's worked well. It's worked well.
She was up there with a man of war. I mean,
doing some little wiggling as well.
Wiggle. Hearing both those interviews was fascinating because it was kind of a tale of two things. Roth and the boys were like, we really enjoyed the 6 days. It was good for us. But then the honesty from Duck Juice saying it's exhausting having to come out here and do this every single day. And I can understand that because the Expendable style of play is exhausting to watch. I can't imagine being behind those guns. That's insane how much they fight and how fast they move.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it 6 days in a row.
You actually do make a good point. Maybe it is because of the play style that compared to maybe a Falcons who's kind of trying to find themselves the circles. And at least actually hearing from Roth, what I thought was interesting was they were saying, okay, well, let's make teams scared to fight us.
I love that.
I do agree that I think that teams before were saying to themselves, okay, well, yeah, Falcons, they've not really had that great a showing internationally, so maybe we can take them in these fights. But let's focus on this previous game, of course, as 4 AM, a very important big game for them. 12 kills on the board, that's that extra 22 points. They were down towards the bottom of our circuit finals board, so very, very important indeed.
I mean, mean, things were bad. Things were dark considering how they did it. Yeah, no, it's true. Like they were being hunted. They didn't make the first circuit final. They were four sad men, and the fact that they managed to get something out of this last game, not just something, but 12 kills in a first place, means that no matter what happens as we move forward to the next round, they have a shot at this going into the next circuit.
Agreed. And Bobo will be taking that #1 spot with 6 kills and 500 damage. That said, though, 1,000 damage coming up for his SMM. That is very, very impressive stuff here.
Someone's been stealing your kills.
Maybe.
But I do think part of that comes from the fact that they did get that Chuma, right? They took it away from T1 when T1 went elsewhere. That means they got to play high ground for a long time. They got to be able to work in that area. They got to a good location very, very quickly, which means that you are going to be playing that porcupine, do a lot of shooting of other people. That said, though, they played it incredibly well. They held that high ground for a very long time, and the man of the match will go to Bobo with 6 kills. Can't argue that.
Yep. That's all good, and it felt like their patience eventually was rewarded. They have gone through trials today, that's for sure, and eventually they were able to come out on the other side unscathed, relatively.
And it's got to make them stronger, right? No matter what happens from this point on, they're going to be able to sit there and be like, boys, it was brutal and we still came out ahead.
Definitely was, and it was the hands of some of these teams at the very top, of course, as the Expendables does take a #1 spot across kills as well as damage, but Falcons just kept finding themselves in those late games. And again, you know, I think it's brilliant to see the Falcons here. Whether or not that materializes in another circuit finals or even the grand finals, we will see. Time will tell, because oftentimes in these longer form tournaments, it's hard to keep up that kind of consistency. I think the only time we've really truly seen that in a really long form is, I would say, Na'Vi 2022, where they go out, they win groups, they win winners, they just win the tournament as a whole.
Absolutely.
That's difficult.
Even when you talk about like Twisted Minds, who we consider kind of the best team in the world right now, you know, they had the down spin at EWC. It's hard to keep that consistency. The goal is to peak at the right time, right? And I think that's where the Falcons look really good right now, is they have struggled a little bit earlier this year. And so the fact that they are maybe gelling up and heading in that upward trajectory, if that peak happens for the PGC Grand Final, it could be their year.
Yeah, definitely could. And the points coming in from this game, but I'm more important. Want to see the overall leaderboards and see where everyone sits at, because of course some teams down towards the bottom, not too many points coming their way. However, up towards the top, you can pretty much consider those points probably enough to be able to get you through into that grand final, unless something wild happens in our next one, or they don't qualify and then again something crazy occurs. Looking down towards the bottom, Eternal Fire, they did probably have enough points in the previous one. For Weibo, that's a concern, I would say. And maybe even Sonics.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think Sonics is going to be a little bit stressed out because they might get targeted. These teams are all playing in the early circuits, right? The benefit of 1 through 4 is, sure, they're not solidified yet, but they're guaranteed to play in the Circuit 3 final. So they can at least put an extra 10 points on that number and go to the grand final. The issue comes on that right side. The Sonics, even though they're in their 30s, they can get hunted. They can get targeted. Weewill can get targeted by teams who want to keep them out of Circuit 3's grand final.
Well, here's the overall standings for getting into that grand final, I should say. That left-hand side column feels pretty set.
Safe.
And I mean, some of the ones over on the right-hand side as well. It'll be telling to see where our cutoff point is, of course, and see how everything is going to fare and shake up. But that cutoff point in general, I mean, it was still speculative as to what we were calling for. Maybe it could shift here or there.
It would be interesting to see what it shifts to. Right now, I think that 17 BB team 45. I'm pretty sure Eternal Fire with 59 will be okay.
You think so?
Well, we have teams like SGD and FTF that haven't made a circuit final yet, right? So unless they do something absolutely bananas next week, you know, there are some teams that will not very likely be pushing up there to challenge. So I think you've got to beat 3 or 4 teams, basically. And for me, the big fear group is right here, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then obviously 17, 18, which to me are just massive shocks.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? The onus is very much on all of these teams here to qualify through into that circuit final. And even if you are 21st through 24th, technically, if you had a big circuit final, you could still do it. But you've got to get there first.
Yes.
And at least you will have those, well, first, these teams will have that first day, and hopefully they get through to that second day. But they've got to absolutely reset everything, try and get to that point and see how it's going. Again, it's a new format for us to kind of witness and bear witness to how these teams are going to go through it. And I think some teams are having a bit of a hard time really adapting to the current style.
It's abundantly clear that some of these teams like Tiamba in particular just can't seem to get their feet under them in this format. And there you go. We're going to see who starts out in Circuit 3 day 1. And these are the sloggers. They've got to go through 3 days to get those points to try to get to the grand final. And some of these teams, I think, are going to have it hard, really hard. I think the Sonics and Cerberus, chiefly among them, are going to find themselves as endangered species right out of the gate.
1 through 4 from today will be starting in day 3, of course, and then 5 through 8 will be starting in day 2. So this is everybody 9 and down from this one to figure out who is going to be able to qualify. Bear in mind, if you have 0 points in that grand final tally already, and you do not win and get through on that first day, you're done. Your tournament is over.
It could be over in 2 days' time. Now, I will say the saving grace for teams like Tiamba and New Happy, maybe even FTF, is that because some of those teams like Cerberus will very likely get hunted on day 1, they may be able to skate by and get a couple of good spots, be able to sort of slide under the chaos and advance through that circuit.
Yeah, I mean, there will definitely be a target on a team like Cerberus's head, right? You do not want to have to deal with him. They've had a bad tournament.
Yeah. But they can turn around any time.
They could.
Don't want them anywhere near that grand final.
Absolutely. Well, of course, we've got our usual map order going to be coming at you for day 1. That is not tomorrow. Bear in mind, we have a day off, and then after that, we will be on the way.
I don't want to have a day off.
You want?
I want to watch more PUBG. Today was incredible. Like the crazy that we saw today is undeniable. I don't think I've seen that kind of crazy since. Never mind, high school. I don't want to talk about that. It was a lot of crazy out there. A lot of people doing things that I did not expect. A lot of big movement. And hunting has already started, which means that the next circuit is just going to be off hinge.
Yes, because there are potential influences you can have and ramifications across this lobby where you could, as you say, deny a Cerberus. Absolutely, get them out. We love watching them. We love watching them in big tournament situations. They are
and we won't. And no one's going to judge you for knocking them out. No one, because you know that they are always a danger.
All right, well, thank you very much, Toffees, for joining me here at the desk, and thank you very much to our partners for joining us here for PGC 2024. First and foremost, we have OP.GG, the main esports partner for PUBG. You can overpower your game if you head over to OP.GG and check out everything that's going on over there. We are in live from the Tropicana Gardens Mall as well, as maybe, what time is it? No, I can't go in again. Everything's closed now, but they're our official venue partner. We are live right here, right now, and later on, of course, for that grand finals, you can get yourself tickets to come on over. We also have TT Racing, our official furniture esports partner as well, joining us, making sure all of these players are comfortable, good to go, settled in, ready to engage on all fronts, wherever they may see. And finally, we have ourselves the Okupa, the official hand warmer esports partner. So hot.
So nice.
So nice. That is a lovely endorsement.
Me and Martin, I shouldn't say this, we were like giving each other neck massage. I mean, they're actually
they're
super nice, very warm. I love that.
When I am shoveling snow in Poland, I'm going to have these in my pockets, ready to go.
I did not expect to come to the tropics and get the best sponsor ever for all of us who are going back to terrible snowstorms in a week, right? Like, it's great.
And of course, you can find the new media icon lights as well that are available if you scan in that QR code, and you can potentially purchase yourself one of those as well. It's been a good old day here, Toffees. We have had some crazy stuff.
Absolutely. It's been crazy. I do not envy the coaches and the analysts the day off, because they're going to have to do so much work to figure out how to get around what is unpredictable, to say the least, in the next circuit. So make sure you're here for day 1 of Circuit 3, because I can guarantee you the unexpected is going to be a regularity.
Yep, we are in for a treat. All right, day off tomorrow. We're back the day after. Thank you very much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, from across the world. We will see you for Circuit 3, where it's the last chance to get those points on the board for the PGC Grand Finals.
emulatorul mi le na dane pšenika igram sa sa. A, ima svijet. Ne znam, još samo Livik igra. Samo dugo. Sve kod kuće. Ovo kada je žena bila operirana, to sa Arsom ujte. Aha. Ujo, ja sam ušao sa Arsom na njegov bol. Ja sam i taj igrao snage. Ja. Ovdje dobro opet. Evo ti. Moraju biti ovdje negdje je propust. Ja, evo ga, je došao tu. Da je tu dođi. Evo idu. Evo i ovo. Uvijek, oči su dole. Pobjegli. Ja započeo išiti odmah i pobjegoš. Ali vraćaju se 100%. Zato su, ja mislim, ovamo. Na ciljem. Već u zadnje vrijeme, kako sam dobio pan, ne dolazi. Bila je par puta na YouTube. Ovdje, evo idu s autom. Uzeli su više auta, pasti. Idu nama. Jedan nokan. Ima još jedan. Tu, kod auta puca. Mrtav. A Principesa? Mora biti. Ne vidim ga. Ima još jedan ovam. Vidim. Low sam. Ne mogu, ima još jedan dol. Dižu se on. Ček. Ne mogu Emina sad. Ja sam. Zajebano, ne mogu vas dignut. Ne, čeka me gore na ćošku. Ovdje gore, vidiš da piri mu puška. Ne možeš. Ne može. Ali dvoje smo i ubili. A jedan je prošao prije s autom. Kaže Roki, kaže ništa oduzeti pive, eto me kod tebe. Što, završio? Ljudi, ništa mi ljepše nema od zadnji pojel. Znam koliko je lakše na telefonu igrati. Mislim lakše. Lakše je pucati. Sens lakše je vidio bolje jest. Ali ovdje je uključena je gira na skupca. Znaš kako je lakše kontrolirati sen. Samo piju su torta. Nešto razmišljam da večera sam upao na mobitel. Tamo opet moram sve štimat, ajde. Pa kad skrenuo na emulator imam druge postavke, kad skrenuo na telefonu druge. Nego na emulatoru imam iPad rezoluciju, zato moram posjetiti. Ja sam sensio, mislim, armijni poslu. Prijatno. Kad ću ja moram i ja jest nešto. A ript.
I didn't find anything. What about you guys?
Got a pistol, almost nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Probably not the best place to land. Hey, Ron.
What? I thought we can make it to Camp Bravo.
Yeah, like I was saying, probably not, because it's too far.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ben. At least I marked a spot on the map instead of yabbering about jiu-jitsu.
Wow.
Have you guys read the patch notes? Apparently there's something new about destructible buildings and terrain.
Adam, shut up. That's ridiculous.
I'm just thinking we should probably keep it in mind.
Yeah, okay. I guess we should head to literally anywhere else because there's no loot here.
Oh my god, Ben, you are literally the worst. At least I marked the... Ah! Shit, what was that?
Oh, run for cover! But where? We're in the middle of nowhere, Rowan.
Let it go, Ben. There's a hay shack. Go! Go!
Ali idemo. Jednog sam nokao i ugnete. Vi ste prvi.
Anyone have any
Vi ste
bandages?
prvi.
Nothing, sorry. I couldn't find any loot. Just a bad spot to land, unfortunately.
What is your deal, bro?
Guns in PUBG, landing places with loot.
Are we safe behind here? Yeah, of course we're safe. We're behind a house.
What? How? I'm pretty sure that's the update I was talking about.
Adam, don't be ridiculous!
Okay, I think what we need to do here...
What a shit! Go!
Okay. God, that was close.
Does anyone have any stims?
Nah, sorry, man. I didn't get any loot at all, mostly because of where we landed, you know?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ben. You know, why don't you go take him out with your shitty jujitsu?
Pa na to mi
Feel like we're in a
naši.
nursery rhyme? Oh my god, Adam, shut up. This does not feel safe. Adam, man, we're behind a wooden building, okay? I mean, of course we're safe.
Isti imam.
Oh, God. Concrete building, go!
Isti imam. Da ne puliš,
Okay,
ja.
surely we're safe here, right? I don't know, man.
Yeah, we should be safe from that guy. The only real problem now is the loot. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, Ben. You know what? Next time, I'm just gonna let you keep on talking until the plane kicks
To
us
je
out.
normalno kad igraš igrice.
Guys,
Telefonu da je baterija.
guys. You literally did nothing. He's aiming a Panzer at us now. Oh my god, Adam, we're fine. We're behind a concrete building. Yeah, but the patch note said that... Adam, oh my god, let it go, okay? This is concrete, mate.
I opet ovdje nisu imali te akcije, vidiš, sme zajebao.
Great starting spot, Ron.
Na iPad sebi naštimaju, kažu da je iPad dobar za PUBG, ne nadam. Ja. Vječani u kuću. Ne znam meni šta je to, šta budu. Ja? Ja. A to ovdje. Ovo ovdje. To je srušeno. Nazdrav. Evo, otvara. No što je pisalo ovo? Ja. A? Evo vidim. Evo. To sam život da dobio. A to nas mogu i bijati. Koji je lud? Ma nemam ja metak.
게임쇼에 출품한다라는 것은 게임 개발자들한테는 원래도 되게 로망이에요. 꿈이기도 하고. 그래서 또 게임쇼로 오는 거죠. 이제 다른 회사들 보면 자극받거든요. 야, 쟤네도 저렇게 잘하는데 우리도 잘해야지. 네.
이거일 수가 있다는 말씀이죠.
네네. 이건 불편하겠네. 버그 같네. 해찬님 이거 ILI로 이거 디폴트 설정 바꿀 수 없어요?
GPG는 뭐.
아예 못해?
The creators of the Dark and Darker mobile challenged their own version of the dungeon.
야,
멸시. 그 빌드를 그럼 만들죠. 만들자. 여러 얘기가 많아요. 게임 전시회에 나가는데 이제 맞냐? 직접 유저를 만나서 유저와 호흡하는 것만큼 우리 게임의 상태를 잘 알 수 있는 건 없다고 생각해요. 진행하는데 문제 없어요. 여기가 다 고쳐놨으니까 이제 잘할 수 있을 거고.
한 40분 이상 플레이하신 분들도 상당히 있는데 그분들이 나가시고 나면 계정을 소개하기 전에 제가 후딱 달려가서 템이라든지 이런 걸 다 확인하고 아 이분은 이런 형태로 플레이를 하셨구나.
플레이어 여러분, 이 게임을 즐겨주세요. 응원을 빕니다. 이제 피지, 건전 스피지. 들어주셔서 감사합니다.
That's why we do this, I suppose, is escapism. It's trying to get away from the modern life, just for a few days. So as soon as we turn up and we get dressed in this medieval costume and medieval camp, then we live the medieval life for 3 days. Yeah, I love it. I really do love it, yeah.
So I would die. I'd be so dead. Sword, like, they're heavy. They're like 10, 15 kilos. I'd be like, wait a minute, sir, please.
And so I think that's something we kind of tend to forget, that like people are always people and they like to look at beautiful things. They like to tell a joke. They like to have, a good meal and a nice beer at the end of the day.
What's the difference between a fighter and a barbarian? So if you're going to choose a fighter, be prepared, be careful, concise, get ready to kill. If you're going to be a barbarian, smash everything!
Jesam. Imam sve na brzo. Open. Gdje je pisao? A ja, vidi. Šta je ovdje? Šta je ovo? Ima i vam još jedno. Oj. Ui. A možda treba ovo naći. Pa to treba možda samo s vanjske strane, mislim možeš otvoriti.
Fantastic. You know, I love Sandhawk and I love explosions. Tago would be my #1 map, and the reason for that is because all of the buildings are like packed tight next to each other. So you could like blow a hole and then like run through them. I think that would be pretty cool.
快乐吧，快乐为主，主要是炸东西。 건물이 파괴된다는 건 좀 배틀그라운드라면서
오지였어.
신박한 컨텐츠인 것 같은데 만약에 파괴가 된다면 저는 개인적으로 일단 투척물이 굉장히 중요해질 것 같고 그다음에 좀 깜짝깜짝 많이 놀랄 것 같습니다.
สายบึ้มบ้านครับ
What I love to see play who isn't playing today. I think we're gonna go with Fix. Big muscles, big strong guy. He could tear apart Santa, gonna heartbeat.
Who do I think is gonna be the king of destruction?
Ne znam,
I'm
Marka
gonna
i
put it
to.
on Tiggleton. I think he's gonna be memeing. I think he's gonna be trying to explode and destroy everything he can find.
Feels good to be the
A
first
šta je ovo ovdje?
winner of the
Ova
Santa
kuća.
destruction. Easy peasy.
就是还是挺有趣，然后很新颖的吧。然后我也觉得就是 PUBG 就应该有更多一样像这样的更新嘛，这样
Na kraju neće on iđe skošta.
就是种类会多一点，让玩家。
It's the face-off between these two players. Take it away. Against James, goes on forward, gets him, and James
A šta je ova kuća?
back winner goes for Gustav immediately after. Unbelievable, James.
Gustav,
oh, he read it.
Yeah.
C4 in the circle center.
Where it is, and
Oh,
Belmont
no.
will get spotted by Gustav.
He gets Clarice, and he
Oh
wins
no!
it. Look at Tiggs. Oh, the reactions.
Any words about the second game? I mean, I gave James the win. He needs to back. What can I say? I'm stacked already, so I didn't really need the money.
B1, who will win? Batulin's had the cover. It's gone now. Him and Gavin Batulin.
I think that it was very fun to play Destruction. It creates
Sounds
some
still
very
very
interesting
cool.
situations. Basically, you change the houses because you destruct them.
A šta je ova
So
kuća?
I think I enjoyed that. I think you should try this mode just because it's fun to break all the buildings, to find some C4,
Evo lik,
sticky bombs.
lik,
It's
lik.
really fun.
Go, you can take the chicken throne once again.
Eto ga napop put polja.
All right. That's oh.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I will take it.
Aha, aha. To je bot. Daj, još. Ovako vidi odozgo. Mhm.
P90 and some grenades. Gets a spot onto one, throws it down, bounces right next to Duran. Really nicely.
A ja ono, to sam vidio, to je jelkicom i krašavaš i... To znam, to sam vidio na ligicu.
Salute just wiped day trade by himself. A couple grenades with P90.
Word's gonna go for a couple of shots. Doom
No.
manages to knock one to him, but look at
Mogu bi
Freak
stati, ne.
finding multiple angles to approach. Eternal Fire goes down.
Heaven swings in. Any extra frags on the bottom? Yep, but you mean with that Dragunov.
Going with the nade. How's it gonna roll? Bounce is gonna go right up underneath the car.
Stuns around. You mean trying to find the off angle, but he's got it.
And every single time he goes, he gets punched. And oh
Dobro,
my
ne vidim.
God!
Pa onako ide.
That path isn't good anymore
Onako
because
ide.
look, you're
Aha,
just gonna have
to...
Eternal Fire step right over there. They don't even need
Aha,
it. Or
rest.
they just say, nope, that was too close. We don't like it. We're just gonna go ahead and shut you down. Thank you.
Odmaraj malo kaficu.
Everybody knows with Gen G losing a couple players. Weibo knows as well. Shen, who's gonna strike, can't find the second, but spaceman there to take one down.
Kako?
In a lot
Kako ja ne mogu kameru
And
opet?
it is just a set of dominoes. It's much easier.
Okay,
There you go,
so-
New Happy. You just decided you want it, so go and take it.
I love it. They do got a knock. Here comes
I
Weibo
ovo
as
je
well.
film.
New Happy gone in an instant. Day trade getting it.
Ja mislim da samo jedno može sjest. Aj sad probaj.
Comes 4 a.m. They know there's 3 teams that have taken knock, and they're trying to find something. Tanadol, though, takes down Godby.
Samo jedno
Now it's
može,
gonna
ja.
be a new set of contenders. Nades raining in. Could kind of hurt Jamba over.
Prekriž noge, prekriž noge.
Oh, my God, New Happy. Oh, tries to make it happen. Gets just absolutely picked apart. 4 angry men and Falcon both just double teamed.
Phenomenal shooting there. 4 kills in this game for him. Stuns are coming out here for the Freaks.
To se ja, da se ja hlačem.
Numbers advantage now. Trying to find the angle. The shotgun though. Heaven can't find the timing.
T1 on one side of it, but also going to have to do with Rello as at least 2 members of Falcon going to have some vision on their approach. But T1 putting in a ton of work.
But that's okay. You can hold on there. Start sending the first nade, but another one shows up and he's done.
Of an extra nade over. Halo, here's the pin pulls. He's gonna peek off a bit wise. Playing from him.
please,
Oh,
someone.
Nagas! Laps the nade up on the roof. Almost gets Bobo down as well. 2 confirmed now, but I think he saw him.
I think he saw him pro down, crawl to the side. That one's gonna bounce! Amazing bounce! They haven't. That's looking good. Oh, that's looking real doomed here. They, oh no, that is a lot of people hopping out of a vehicle in HSM. One well-placed flash here could keep 3 players blind at least for a bit. Ikeslip's gonna underhand and this could be huge. As Rex are on the side, picks the other side, though, finds the first one, goes to the second, finds him as well. Needs just one more as he swings the corner, goes for it, but it's going to be him down big. In this fight, if you're Falcons of nature, if you want to come out victorious in this game, it's a massive one. Rello with a good spray, and now the push coming through. What? Go down in 10. Navi will finish off BB team.
Buildings left in Yaz that have angles, that have grenades into start winning games by himself. So good. There it is, Diffix, let's go. Nice shots.
Come back, kickstart once and stepping in, goes for the spray, but narrowly misses it. He's gonna go up, trying to find more, but cheeky play. It's gonna be a jump up and around. Heaven trying to put in something, but H1 falls in. Nade lands on top of him. Sonic's in some trouble right now. Tickleton just trying to hold back everybody else, but he goes down. Freaks feel unstoppable.
Zašto ne dolazi drop?
Behind the mat goes down. It's gonna be Ikeslip just leading his way, seeing if he can spot out anything inside smokes. Does spot out another one, going absolutely wild, but Zenith is gonna shut that one down.
I mean,
štrajkaju.
Nice spray onto the jumping player at T1 there. Ming, though, in the back, gets it under control just in time. The T1's falling apart. Petrichor Road on a rampage.
Dude, Petrichor Road had to fight tooth and nail for every single one of these, looking back down into the 2 other squads. Can they manage to survive through summer? Does get the knock on best of luck. You can see that BB doesn't have too many options. FaZe trying to step out. It's going to be Ming that takes him down. Does get the flush as well.
He is pumped up. Bestelot gonna bleed out. One hit now and he's got it. Phil first down. BB out.
Just creeping forward, Vex, he's put up a massive amount of work today, but there is nowhere to go. Petrichor Road fought their whole way into that. Enough time to maybe try to circumvent, get into a position over in the north. Here comes the F, making the push in. Multiple members go down. A doozy with a great defense. I don't know why you'd want to run into the thick of this prep by trying to make some type of, but a doozy gonna do it again.
There could be another player coming. Oh, but Batulins reacts so nicely. Just gets taken down. A doozy, man. Soset able to dodge one.
Znaš pjevat.
Continue to push forward, but he's shut right down by Vex.
Vex still continuing to hold the line for FaZe. Need it so bad. Gustav also lined up over again. Vex finds Diffx. Hackatorial looking like he's trying to line into it. Big shot coming out.
The minds, you already saw a doozy taking a chunk. Example. Feels like a matter of time. Yep, example. Gonna clean down a doozy. TE, what can you do?
Drop.
Oh, and they're so weak right now. Perfectix just steps up, picks up one, picks up the second one. There you go.
Ja sam pogledao sam.
Oh, what a jump by Kick!
Finally feeling it a bit. It's gonna be Sonic's making
Nema.
a massive move. Rello goes
Kamera
for the pop on the new angle. Snaker's gonna find one as well.
Famas.
Kickstart tried to make something happen
Ajmo
with a
gdje,
big,
ajmo
beautiful
uzim
play,
auto
but it's
i
all gonna
pićemo.
come apart in the end as Sonics go down.
Trebamo doći. Doko ću doći ovdje.
Help, 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 help. Where are you going?
Hajmo li nakti ovdje zapkano.
A new update hit PUBG on December 4th. Sandhawk's buildings and terrain are fully destructible. A C4 can blow up a building. We challenge you to use explosives creatively in hot drops against some of the best fraggers in the world. Will you accept this challenge?
Yeah, I'm super ready. I mean, it's an exciting mechanic. Panzerfaust, C4, frags, mortar, anything to blow something up. I played a lot of Battlefield. Should be fun. If you don't mind me asking, who are my opponents?
Vidiš. Evo man ovo. Ne to. Ja kažem ne znam vas. Vidi ovo.
So do you guys understand the rules? Yeah? Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. All right.
Može ovaj off-road, all-road.
Show me your mark.
This, example. Only south side.
You know? Yeah, I mean building.
Yeah, no north, no north. Oh, I jumped late.
A moramo naći neke kuće da se uštekamo.
Whoa! Oh, nice parachute, bro. I have new gens too.
Up.
No gun.
Oh. Još 15 ljudi.
Ah!
The test the destructible wall.
No!
Ovdje dole ima 100%
Oh
ljudi.
my god. What? You got dog.
Ne, ne, ne. Ne,
Wait,
pravo
that's
sam.
OP. That's insane. Oh!
Ja nisam nikog ubio. Dok sam na modu noko
Rat,
i
absolute
nisam
rat,
uspio
this guy.
ga završiti.
How did you kill him?
I blew up the wall with the grenade.
Ah! I didn't expect that.
I didn't know it would work. I threw one grenade, everything, the two
Povrće
walls,
nas
everything.
nekog, moram opet u zonu. Aaaa, gdje je sad zonu? Evo još 11.
Oh! What? What?
Niko ne gleda stream, sramota.
Sticky bomb!
Iris leaving? Iris leaving? Yeah?
How about solo?
Huh?
Solo.
1v1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, you are noob. I will crush you.
So, easy clap.
Sorry.
Hey yo! That's illegal.
Jel moglo ovdje dole do kuća doći?
Oh! Easy. Hush puppies.
Nice sticky bomb. Come, baby.
Okay.
Cover.
I have a surprise for you.
No, you do not.
No,
You have a
I don't.
Panzer?
No.
Oh!
What the
Hello. Sorry. Hello.
Sorry.
Go push. I must.
No. I don't push Vector.
Oh! Ooh.
Go get him, Himes.
Tu smo u zoni.
Oh! He's cheating. How does he know I'm there? This thing's got wall hacks, man.
Come on, baby.
Oh, I'm quick, boy. I'm fast.
Da neće lijevo doći.
Shakalakabu.
Boom, shakalaka.
What?
Znači jedan squad. Ne, ovam desno su se pucali.
What? What is this like?
Ja nikog ne vidim. Nikog ne vidim, rekao. Pucao se ovdje desno.
I'm coming.
I need grenades.
I'm coming.
No.
Ne vidu s autom.
Sorry.
이도 나만해.
The best kill. I think him.
Ne!
was-
Ej, leže mi lik.
Yeah, he cooked me.
Evo ga kod
in the
mene.
1v1.
Lego
I
moj
mean,
lik.
The odds were
Ja
stacked
se
against
upucam
him. You know,
leže.
he had his back 180 degrees turned to me, and he just flicked on me so fast.
开把子啊，感觉在追着我揍，兄弟，感觉都在追着我打。这个真的。
Tiggle's a noob.
Yeah, because he didn't kill Kimus in those situations.
Ne,
True, true.
prvi
That
sad
was
svjesno.
Yeah, the whole thing was a lot of fun. Blowing up walls. I think that's going to be a creative mechanic, you know. I hate campers, and that's a camper's worst nightmare.
感觉挺真实的吧，玩进去就很有代入感，还挺好玩的。
Thấy khá là hay ạ, vì núp nhà cũng chết rồi nên là
Kako da mi nema nema
thấy
prije.
hay hơn.
Ja sam
Yeah, absolutely. I think that like you could just mortar a house across the map twice. The first shell will blow it open. The second shell will blow it up from the inside. So it's definitely going to change a lot.
I agree.
Ja sam plus 70.
就这些玩法肯定就是会去更多的开发嘛。
Ajde, Šenčaj,
我还是觉得这
moram
个
ići.
破坏
Malo
性挺
nešto
有意思
jest.
的。
Em nghĩ là có
Pa evo, još jedan ću odigrati. Ovdje jest malo pa ću stream pa.
cái tính năng đó là giúp mình công nhà dễ hơn á, nên là em sẽ
I thought he would say that I can't screen peek in the competition.
那是最左边那黑沃特啊，那个就动不动就往我的屏幕上撇，我都不知道怎么玩儿，兄弟。
Yeah, I definitely did.
I was just spectating. Spectate mode.
I mean, it was really important that I got mine today. You know, I had to put up a couple kills here because as far as PGCs go, I think these three are like the goats.
我说实话，这已经有一个2022年的冠军了，所以说我们先把它排除，应该答案在我们这3个人里面选。
em nghĩ là Tủ Mai chứ không phải em đâu.
He agrees. I mean, I hold you all in really high regard. You're all insane players, so it's a pleasure to be here. Good luck.
Good luck.
Ja sam mislim plus 70, ne znam nije. Prošli game sam 60 i nešto dobio. Sandhawk. Dobro, ovako kad je squad sam telefona, onda nas ubacuje, onda bi telefone, ne ubaciva među emulatora.
The drums of war have sounded for our finals in Circuit 2, and all of these teams, 12 teams in fact, look to join Petrichor Road, Na'Vi, Eternal Fire, T1, as they find themselves all the points that they can muster to try and get forward to that PGC Grand Final. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kalaris, and joining me to my left-hand side is the illustrious man himself, Mr. Toffees. We are in for another great Circuit Final.
It is going to be another Circuit Final, and as we get closer to the Grand Final of PGC, things are going to get, I think, a little wonky out there. I've already heard there's some reports of hot drops. There's teams talking about possibly griefing others. So I think the race to get those points so that you aren't being chased in the final Circuit Final has to be here today.
Oh, definitely so. And let's talk about our partners and everything going down at PGC right now. A huge thank you to our main esports partner for PUBG. It's op.gg. You can overpower your game if you head over to op.gg and check out everything that's going on over there as well. We are currently in the lovely Tropicana Gardens Mall as well here. They are our venue partner for everything that's going on for our World Championship. So thank you to them. I love the mall downstairs. I get to have lovely food. I get to do some lovely shopping. whilst getting ready for the show. It's brilliant. We also have coming at us TT Racing, which is our official furniture partner for the esports here at PUBG, and they are checking out all of the chairs that are going on and making sure that they are able to get everything ready for these pro gamers to do their very best over on the stage. And finally, he loves them. He loves them.
I really do.
It's our Cooper joining us here as our official hand warmers partner as well, making sure nobody's frosty, everybody's warm into these games day in, day out, toffees.
Well, it's crazy because you have to, like, some of the teams have had trouble staying warm, so hopefully this will get them warmed up faster.
Get them warmed up, get them warmed up. And you guys over as well at home can be involved in so many things, but not only that, but we've got the Pick'em Challenge that's going on as well. Now, do bear in mind that the Pick'em Challenge in-game, actually, the cut-off point before you can actually pick who you think is going to win the tournament as a whole ends on the 20th of December. So you can't pick during the final. You want to pick before the final. That would be
who would change their picks at the last second? No one.
Yeah, or maybe even 5 minutes into a game per se. But anyway, we've got the Neo Media icon lights as well that you can see right here. You can scan that QR code and check out that. Maybe you can bag yourself one as well at home. So have a cool trophy on your desk whilst you're playing PUBG at home as well. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of things here, Toffees, because we find ourselves in our second circuit finals. We already have some teams that we think are probably going to be secure going towards that PGC Grand Final. However, there's still so much to play for these teams.
Absolutely. I mean, we make kind of a, a joke reference to the idea of, the hand warmers and staying warm. But the reality is that one of the biggest challenges we've seen at this format is teams that are coming in cold, that haven't had those last couple of days of play. So we are in Circuit 2 right now. This is that Saturday. It is the last chance of Circuit 2. You want to get those points for the Grand Final. But the teams that did so well in Circuit 1's Grand Final have had 2 days off. And my question is, will they continue to come in? Will they be hot? Because we've seen so many teams who take a day or two off have trouble getting their feet back on.
Yeah, it's no secret that in our Circuit 1 Grand Final, 3 of our 4 teams from those PGS 1 through 4 slots did not have a good time in that first final. Of course, we've got them all back here to try and, well, we've got most of them back to try and get everything going for this one. And I think that maybe some of their fortunes will be significantly different, right? Because they've had those couple of days at the start of Circuit 2, as you can see here, to really get to grips with what's going on in this lobby, even though there's, some shifts here and there, 4 new teams coming in each day for them. But they've done so much better, it feels.
They've started to get their feet under them, and I think I talked to Gunnar this afternoon at the pool, and he said, I think truly understand the format, the fact that you just have to get to the circuit final, and that's where every point matters, because those 3 circuit finals, the add up of all those points you get determines if you get to go to the PGC Grand Final. And so I think teams are starting to really get their heads around how to play through the entire circuit.
And of course, we play for big money here at the PGC. We've got ourselves $1.5 million plus crowdfunding as well, which means you guys at home can also be contributing right now to the prize pool to allow all of these teams to, thrive when it comes to becoming a world champion. And rightfully so, they deserve it when you're the very best in the world at our lovely, lovely game. And here's the 16 teams that are going to be repping. As I previously mentioned, Petrichor Road, T1, Na'Vi, Eternal Fire. It's their first day for this circuit. We'll see if being warm across the last 2 days is going to benefit some of these other teams, or if these guys can come in swinging, because they looked great in our first circuit, but we'll see if it's a bit of a detriment for them here.
It should be pretty interesting. I mean, I think when we get to the fantasy picks, we'll see most people are probably also on board with us, saying, I believe that they're going to go ahead and get concerned. Yeah, you're concerned, but you can't not risk believing in them, because these are really good teams. Petrichor in particular has been really strong, and they're going to have nothing weighing them down as they come in today.
I was agonizing over whether or not to pick a Na'Vi member, because with this current iteration of Na'Vi, usually I'm like, I want a Hakatori, I want a Diffex, something like that. We'll see. We'll see throughout the day.
Did you do it?
No.
Oh, sad.
I went other directions. My team's a little different compared to what I would normally go for. Anyway, that's by the by. We don't want to know about my team. We want to know about these teams, because, of course, we've only had 2 teams who have played every single day, the Expendables and Falcons. And I think, especially for the Falcons, they certainly paid their way, as you can see Rolf enjoying some lovely stuff.
He really liked that coffee.
He did. That was a great coffee.
I'm glad that they put that shot on there. But yeah, I think they have. I really think that those teams that have played every day have a huge advantage. Expendables in particular have just been super exciting to watch.
Well, let's hear from backstage and see what's what.
It's pretty good when you're inside. It's very hot outside, very humid. The hotel's very nice, the pool's good.
So it's nice to get out there and cool down, but overall it's been pretty good. Well, at the start we were pretty rusty, came in versing some other teams that had already played and were pretty confident. So we've just been kind of working up our play and just getting better and better, improving on our problems, and it's actually kind of good to play more games, but we want to break at this point, so hopefully we do well today and get top 4.
Luke 12 there from TSM, of course, as they've got themselves 27 points in the finals at the moment, but let's focus on 2 other teams here. But Toolins and Rello, Twisted Minds and Falcons repping. Rello and the Falcons boys, I brought it up just before, man. They have been playing some great PUBG for them. I feel like this is some of the best international PUBG they've played all year.
Falcons, I mean, it seems like they're in the right space head-wise, and you know, I think the big question for them lately has been Roth, addition to the roster. Is he really fitting in? Like, what's happening? And then yesterday, we saw Roth have a couple of really good power plays on his own. So maybe that's the key, is maybe he's sort of linking up with that team and they're in a good headspace to move forward, but I liked what I have been seeing. In the same token, you look at Batulin here, he has gotten more points individually, I think, than Example has even. Like, Batulin, for being the leader of this team, has been absolutely, let's be honest, on an upward trajectory as a player for 2 years now, where dead are the days of IGLs can't frag, right? Like, literally that comparison is showing 2 IGLs who are now known for their ability to carry a team and lead a team both in word and action, and I love seeing Batulin in particular because I think he is, I would say most people would not argue that he is the #1, the greatest leader in PUBG that we have right now.
Across the board, in terms of if you had to aggregate every skill when it comes to PUBG, he's the GOAT right now. Like, I don't think there's any disputing that, because he's, as you say, leading, but then leading from the front and also be able to clutch in a lot of these scenarios. He's worked hard for it, man. Like, very, very clearly. You go and watch his stream and stuff like that. Yes, okay, it's in Russian. I can't quite understand everything that's going on, but you can tell, like, all of his practice really pays off.
Every smile that you have seen this year when they lifted trophies was justified by a tear that was shed in past years. They have had heartbreak over and over again. Exactly, and so they definitely are in this is their princess era, man. They are living their best life. And the other side of that is Rello. Rello is another player who has taken this IGL role but has run with it. I mean, here you see him go head-to-head with FaZe, and FaZe walked into a juggernaut. He just drops them all.
He was a little sick at the beginning of this tournament, and yet they were still able to put up extremely impressive performances. And you can watch all of those performances, not only here, but also on the co-streamers that are actually covering the PGC 2024 as well. So make sure to go and check those guys out. But have us open as well. We're going to tell you a few things here and there. And also, make sure to have the map open, because that gives you invaluable information as to how all of these teams are going to be moving around. It's a great tool to be able to see what's going on. But again, I mentioned that you guys can be involved before, be it the Pick'em Challenging game, but you can also be involved in the Fantasy League. It's never too late to join, let's be real, because you can just kind of, you basically compete in, you get the isolated numbers of just circuits and things like that as well. So join on in if you're not already. And so far, I think there's something like 10,000 people playing. So there's so much going on over there.
And massive amounts of prizes. If you're in the top 400, there are prizes available. But let's be honest, the real reason I play is not for the prizes, it's because it introduces you to players you've never met before, to beat Toby, which is not happening, which is not going well for me right now. But it's a chance to like see players that you wouldn't normally look at, watch teams that you're not normally interested in, and sort of get even more built in and more on the line when you watch PUBG, which makes it so much more fun.
And at the moment, Salute is still at that #1 spot in terms of pick rate. It doesn't surprise you after that first circuit 6 wins, to say the least. But you know what? As soon as Example came in on that 3rd day of that circuit, suddenly that tune starts changing, since he was 3 times MVP of PGS4, PGS5, PGS6.
Right.
And it may end up continuing if Example has anything to say about it.
If you're making your teams, and the reason that's